Welcome back to College Football Pregame presented by FanDuel. We are taking you all the way up to some of these noon kickoffs, but we're zeroing in here on a big ranked matchup in the SEC in Columbia, South Carolina, as the Gamecocks host Missouri today. And to talk more about this and a preview of this game, we welcome to the show South Carolina head coach Shane Beamer. Coach, thanks so much for taking the time on what we know is a very, very busy game day. I do want to begin here with the college football playoff. We've been discussing it all morning, but the overarching conversation has been how many SEC teams get into the college football playoff. Your team has been on a roll, 3 wins in a row. Make your case for me, Coach, on why a 3-loss South Carolina team should be one of those 12 teams in.
We got a lot of work to do before we even worry about being a 3-loss team here at the end of the season. We've got 3 really good opponents coming up, starting with this afternoon with Missouri. But I think at the end of the season, whether it's us or there's other teams in this league that have 3 losses, I think you just look at the strength of schedule in this conference and the road venues that you play in this conference. And, you know, there's some really good teams in all conferences. I've been a part of the ACC. I've been a part of the Big 12. There's great teams everywhere, but I just think the depth of this conference and our strength of schedule and other teams in this conference's strength of schedule, you know, there'd be a lot of, you know, strong points. But again, that's a long ways away, and our focus better be on Missouri because we'll have our hands full today against those guys.
Coach, before we get into the game today, I have to give you your props and give you some respect for pulling out the Fantasia in the locker room 2 weeks ago. I mean, listen, I'm a young guy, so I'm still young enough to remember. My mom used to go to the salon and get the Fantasia hairdo. So that brought up so many memories for me. So big impression with that. But speaking about the game today, going back to 2 weeks again, Rocket Sanders was outstanding in your win against Texas A&M. What kind of backfield do you think you have when he gets going and Lenora Sellers gets going in the run game?
Yeah, as good as anywhere, just with their ability to run the football. I mean, you're talking about Rocket, his play speaks for itself, and the kind of player he is. Not just running the ball, but what he's done from catching the ball out of the backfield. You look at him last week, we threw a touchdown pass to Josh Simon, our tight end against Vanderbilt, and he had a great blitz pickup on that play. So he's just done a lot of really good things. But then you add Lenoris, a 240-pound quarterback that can run and throw, and it gives defenses a lot to prepare for, and they're a load to handle back there. And our offensive line's been able to stay healthy and continues to get better. So, like the way we're doing things, but we need to be really good today. I mean, we've not controlled the line of scrimmage against Missouri at all in my 3 years here as the head coach. And if we don't control the line of scrimmage today against these guys, it's going to be a big challenge for us.
So, Coach, talking about NIL and talking about the transfer portal and really just the overall change in college football. Listen, you're building your program. You're in year 3. You've done a lot of good things. You've got a lot of young, talented guys. I mean, Dylan Stewart is the first that comes to mind. At the end of this season, what is your pitch to keeping guys in program, keeping your core guys, keeping your nucleus together? That way you can continue to build this program year after year after year.
Yeah, I think, you know, for us, everything that we told these guys in recruiting, like, we are who we are. And we don't tell you one thing in recruiting and then you get here and we're completely different. Our guys know that we're real, we're genuine, we're honest, we're transparent. We are during the recruiting process. And when they get here, too, it's the same thing. And all of our guys, they chose South Carolina for a reason, and just reminding them, too, that the reason they chose this place. But, you know, we don't feel like we need to necessarily re-recruit our roster every year. We are who we are, and we want people to be a part of this program and what we're doing. And there's a lot of really good young players that are here. There's a lot of really good young players that are committed to us that are coming. And, you know, great players want to play with great players. And if you look at our team, we've got a lot of really good young talent on our football team that'll be coming back next year. And you know, there's no pitch. It's just be who we are and continue to do the things that we're doing each and every day, and allow our players to capitalize on their opportunities on and off the field and develop.
Coach, last one for you here. We know you've been paying attention to the quarterback situation for Missouri, but no matter who's going to be under center, they will have one of the best receiving corps in the conference to throw to. So how prepared are your guys to limit the production from guys like Luther Burden and Theo Weiss?
Yeah, I think we have, I know we've got a big challenge against those guys today, regardless of who the quarterback is. They want to run the football, we know that, and they want to get the ball to Burden and Weiss, and they're a big challenge. In my mind, are the two, they're the best wide receiver tandem in this conference, in my opinion. I mean, you talk about Burden, who's going to be a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. Theo and I were actually together at Oklahoma. He's an older guy that has great ball skills. The thing that really impresses me about both those guys is their ability to run after the catch. Like, they're going to get their catches, and they try and get the ball in their hands in so many different ways. We've got to do a great job, all 11 on defense, not just our defensive backs, but all 11 of rallying to the ball and getting those two wide receivers tackled and on the ground when they do carry the ball.
Coach, we lied. We have one more for you.
We lied. One last question. I just want to know, how are you able to keep that surprise a secret from your wife? I need to know, because I got a wife at home that I love to surprise. How did you keep that in-house so well?
You know, it's something my kids and I, my wife and I, we have 3 awesome children. It's something that the kids and I had really been kind of talking about for a while. So she may have had an inkling. I don't think she really thought that I would actually do it. So I think she was more flabbergasted that I did it. So she maybe had an inkling, and certainly I had great backup as well with the players sitting there helping me. And it's funny. I appreciate you saying that, but it's funny the amount of when we FaceTime with recruits or we talk to recruits, the number of moms and dads that want to get on the phone more now to tell me how awesome that was. I took my kids to breakfast yesterday morning, and we were at the Waffle House, and one of the young ladies that works at the Waffle House, she came up to me, and usually it's, "Aren't you the head coach at South Carolina?" And yesterday morning it was, "Aren't you the guy that sang Fantasia to your wife?" So that's what I'm known as now, so I'll take it.
A+ execution, Coach.
Yeah. Coach, what's Coach Beamer's Waffle House order?
I'm pretty basic, just a regular waffle and a side of scrambled eggs.
That's all he needs.
He's a simple man.
Simple man. Awesome. Coach, thanks so much for joining us here on College Football Pregame. Best of luck today.
Yep, thanks for all you guys do for college athletics.
Oh,
Appreciate
thank
having
you
me.
so much.
Thank you.
Thanks. We'll do this again soon.